What a beautiful day to begin with. Thank you so much for being with us. And today I'm going to review the Korean web series Startup. The story is worth watching, and especially within this year after Itaewon class, this is the second one that is more relevant and more closer to the real life or the people's life. It's not like you find some fictional romantic comedy or something like this, but it's more real to the life incidents that happens with you and the challenges. So the story revolves around an ordinary family, a father passionate about starting up his own business, and a mother who is more focused into 8 to 5 jobs, though the father is also doing the same job and also doing good in work, but he has his own plans. But his wife didn't support him in all these things. She said that we have 2 daughters and we have to go through all these bills and everything, and if you really like to go with these kind of plans, it will not work, and we have bills and all these things, and we will be under debt, and the girls, they need school fees and all this. So when you have a fertile land around you or the environment around you that helps and soothes your brain will definitely work in improvements, and you will really see some emotional support. So he didn't get the emotional support from his family, and thus she make up her decision that it's divorce. Now what happens, the father has a mother and a daughter, whereas the other daughter given to the mother. So she got married with another man from USA and she moves there. And now this girl is living with her father and grandmother, and grandmother is doing a corn tart or something like sausages, something made of corn starch or something. She is running that business, whereas the father now more focused on starting up his business. Do his level best, but the life doesn't help him to make his dream come true, and thus he lost his life on the very day when he got the investment, leaving his daughter and a grandmother all alone in this world. That's how she remains poor because of her choice, and the another women with her daughter become rich because of the money of their step father or step husband, or the new husband, right? So after many years, she comes back, and there is a big like startup business or activities that are happening, and she is already a big name now, whereas this another girl, her father already died and she is all alone here. So during that time in the childhood, the grandmother meets an orphan guy. That orphan guy has nowhere to live, and the orphanage gave him money, so he wanted to live around. But suddenly what happens that he didn't get any room to rent and live there because he is just a minor and he cannot open his bank account. So he was there in the middle of the night, and there comes that grandmother. She said that, I know that you really wanted to live, I know you have been roaming around and it's very hard for you to live a ordinary life since you are a teenager and you will not get a house. If you really wanted to live, you can live in my shop, and the key is in the nest. There they have made a bird nest. That also has a very good story. You will really like that one. What is the reason behind this nest story? So she gives him a space, and fortunately this proves to be a very good guy. He saw that she left her money also there, food for him, so he pays her also in the very best way, being honest to her. And next morning she was scared. She said maybe my money has been taken and he has run away. She goes to the place, she finds out the money is still there, and then he comes up and show up. Oh, you are doubting at me? Why don't you put this money in the bank? So he helps her to open a bank account. She's put all her saving there, But since he is into investment, he said, why not I invest money in the stocks and get the maximum. So he also somehow uses her identity to invest, and she get a lot of money, like 10 times or 100 times more in her account. So one day, what happens before her son, the one who has a daughter now, got money from her. She withdraw all this money and gave him in case if he doesn't get a startup. So what happens now, the day he get the startup money or the investment, he dies, and the money was returned to the grandmother already, and she gave that money to the guy, the orphan guy, and he took that money and moves to Seoul, because he said that I will go there, live there. And so after many years now, this girl is now grown up, and that orphan guy used to write letters to her with a different name, and the name they used was a mathematics genius guy in the newspaper. So thus, after many years, starts the story that how she will come up as a good startup or a good business person. And now after many years, she has to meet her own mother. Her mother gave her a challenge that I wish if you could succeed, because whatever the decision I made it, my husband has been not loyal to me. And the other daughter, she got the surname from her stepfather. So there is a good rivalry. You will really love it. You will watch it, and the challenges that she has to go through, and how that orphan guy pay back to the grandmother, because the life is always like this. We borrow someone's sorrows and we pay them back with the gratitude and grace. You will really like it. Thus starts a bit of comedy, romantic, and the challenges, and you will really enjoy the realness in the story, because it happens whenever you are at your peak. There are some certain challenges that come up and you will end up being nothing. So she had a fear from her father that she didn't want to lose her life in chasing these kind of dreams. So now the emotional challenges that she has to go through, and the people around her who are supporting her, it's also finding out your family, friends, and creating a good bond between your people. Let's enjoy it, and I hope you will really like the characters. Which episode? It's just a small web series, not too big, but I hope you will really like it. Kindly like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon for more notifications. Thank you so much. Bye bye.